Kabila asase au Congo. Kamesi. Kamesi. Kabila asase au Congo. Kabila asase au Congo.
The oppressive and murderous regime of Mr. Joseph Kabila. We are particularly pleased with the many efforts that the South African government is making to ensure that there is a democratic and peaceful change of power in our homeland, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, for the first time since its independence in 1960. Such efforts have culminated into Mr. Joseph Kabila not being able to stand in the upcoming general elections. This is the result of the very pressure we have been advocating to your office each time we came here. Madam Speaker, though Mr. Joseph Kabila's coalition in power has chosen another candidate for the presidential election, the political crisis in the DRC is far from over. The current electoral process is full of irregularities and lacks transparency, which are indicators that the result of the upcoming elections will lead to chaotic and violent protests, unfortunately with losses of innocent lives. That is why we have decided to approach your office to alert the South African government about the danger of a fraud-prone electoral process that will add more violence and brutal killings of countless civilians. One element that is likely going to cause widespread post-electoral unrest is the use of electronic voting machines. These electronic machines have been procured in a very opaque manner that many Congolese do not know how they were programmed to handle the voting. Our country is not very advanced in electronic technologies, and the level of computer literacy is extremely low. The majority of Congolese populations are in rural and disadvantaged areas where owning and operating computers are still unheard of. Congolese people in general are not familiarized with computers and touch-screen devices, making it unlikely that voters will make correct choices. In developed countries, or even here in South Africa, albeit the advances in computerized technologies adoption, electronic voting system has not been introduced or found enough support. That is why we are of the view that Mr. Joseph Kabila's government, which decided to fund the entire electoral process itself, has to abandon the use of electronic voting machines. With the assistance of SADC and EU, ballot papers can be printed here in South Africa in no time, as it was the case in 2011. And MONUSCO, which is the United Nations mission in the DRC, can still provide much needed logistic support for the transport and distribution of this ballot paper, as it was the case in 2011. It is worth noting that the chaos we witnessed in 2011 general elections was mainly caused by the Electoral Commission's unpreparedness and unwillingness to be transparent. My name is Christian Sita Mampuya. I am the coordinator of the Congolese Diaspora of Western Cape. It's an organization that regroups all the Congolese that live here in the Western Cape province. So the demonstration that you are seeing behind me is Congolese who are coming to the parliament, South African parliament, to protest against what is going on back home in the DRC. The DRC is supposed to have elections this year. Now the problem is that they're going to use the voting machines that not everybody is familiar with. That's why we are coming to the South African parliament in order to have the South African government to put more pressure on the Congolese counterpart in order for them to abandon the use of the voting machines. And secondly, because we know that Kabila doesn't want to go, he doesn't want to leave power, that if the elections are not organized this year, we the Congolese people are demanding for a transition period whereby we're going to take people coming from the civil society that will lead the country over a period of 2 years so that we're going to have free and fair elections. That's why we are here today.
My name is Mr. Dudu Sayala. I'm giving this message and image to the whole world to see what's happening in Congo DRC, and some things are under carpet. We said some people call Kabila a president. The president is the father of nations. If really you are a father, can you kill your own kids? Like this one, with a big pangas, cutting head, destroying and rapes and all the bad things happening. That's why we said our simple message is all the African presidents to take that man away from us. We want to live like everyone. All we are coming from father and mother. So if he's a human being like us, he gave the year to year that we said, he have to open his door to go. That's his simple message. He want to make fraud from the elections. We want him in our country. So he have to go where he can live. We want peace. We want to live like everyone. Like here, we welcome in South Africa. We say also South Africa to help us to step where we want to be.